Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We continue the Muhammad Ali translation of the Holy Qur'an, Surah 7, the Elevated Places, verse 172. And when thy Lord brought forth the children of Adam from their loins, their descendants, and made them bear witness about themselves, am I not your Lord? They said, yes, we bear witness, lest you should say on the day of resurrection, we were unaware of this. So Islam, of course, teaches about a pre-existence, and the pre-existence, it was instilled upon us, the purity of monotheism. Or should you say only our fathers ascribed partners before, and we were their descendants after them? Wilt thou destroy us for what the liars did? And thus do we make the messages clear, and that haply they may return, and recite to them the news of him to whom we gave our messages, but he withdraws himself from them, so the devil follows him up, and he is of those who perish. And if we had pleased, we would have exalted him thereby, but he clings to the earth and follows his low desire. His parable is as the parable of the dog. If thou drive him away, he lolls out his tongue, and if thou leave him alone, he lolls out his tongue. Such is the parable of the people who reject our messages. So relate the narrative, that they may reflect. Evil is the likeness of the people who reject our messages and wrong their own souls. He whom Allah guides is on the right way, and he whom he leaves in error, they are the losers. And certainly we have created for hell many of the jinn and mankind. They have hearts therewith they understand not, and they have eyes wherewith they see not, and they have ears wherewith they hear not. They are as cattle, nay, they are more astray. These are the heedless ones. And the laws are the best names, so call on him thereby, and leave alone those who violate the sanctity of his names. They will be recompensed for what they do. Now, I've seen a list of 319. People are more familiar with one of the list of 99, which if you add them together, you get 101. But let's not per se limit the qualities of God to even that, much less the essence. But what do we know but the qualities? And of those whom we have created is a community who guide with the truth and therewith do justice, and those who reject our messages, we lead them step by step, from whence they know not, and I grant them respite. Surely my scheme is effective. Do they not reflect there is no madness in their companion? He is only a plain warner. Do they not consider the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and what things Allah has created, and that it may be that their doom has drawn nigh? In what announcement after this will they then believe? Whomsoever Allah leaves in error, there is no guide for him, and he leaves them alone in their inordinate sea, blindly wandering on. They ask thee about the hour. When will it come to pass? Say, the knowledge thereof is with my Lord only. None but he will manifest it at its time. None but he will manifest it at its time. It is momentous in the heavens and the earth. It will not come to you, but of a sudden. They ask thee as if thou wert salacious. yes. They ask thee as if thou wert solicitous about it. Say its knowledge is with the law only, but most people know not. Topic moment. Say I control not benefit or harm for myself, except Say I control not benefit or harm for myself, except as the law pleased. And if I had known the unseen, I should have much of good, and no evil would touch me. And I am but a warner and a giver of good news to a people who believe. He it is who created you from a single soul, and of the same did he make his mate, that he might find comfort in her. So when he covers her, she bears a light burden, then moves about with it. Then when it grows heavy, they both call upon Allah, their Lord. If thou givest us a good one, we shall certainly be of the grateful. But when he gives them a good one, they set up with him associates in that which he gives them. High is the law above what they associate. Do they associate that which he has created, that which has created not, while they are themselves created? Now, originally a demiurge was a term for a worker, not a real creator. So, sort of false creator is what it has become used for. Do they associate that which has created not, while they are themselves created? And they cannot give them help, nor can they help themselves. And if you invite them to guidance, they will not follow you. It is the same to you whether you invite them or you are silent. And those whom you call on besides Allah are slaves like yourselves, so call on them, then let them answer you. If you are truthful, have they feet with which they walk, or have they hands with which they hold, or have they eyes with which they see, or have they ears with which they hear? Say, call upon your associates, then plot against me, and give me no respite. Shirk is the making of associates with divinity, that, they have that divine quality. They're treated as gods, partner gods, whether or not they're saying that God is a senior partner or not, it's still the same, shuraka. Surely my friend is Allah who revealed the book, and he befriends the righteous. And those whom you call upon besides him are not able to help you, nor can they help themselves. And if you invite them to guidance, they hear not, and thou seest them looking towards thee, yet they see not. Take to forgiveness, and enjoin good, and turn away from the ignorant. And if a false imputation from the devil afflict thee, seek refuge in Allah. Surely he is hearing, knowing. Fasta'id billahi innahu samiyun alim. Which, if you remember, there's 4 ways to do that explicitly in the Quran, but some people fasta'id billahi innahu add a couple names of God, 1 name of God, but of course the best way, Sa'd wal Qur'an bi dhikr. So therefore the Quranic way is better than A'udhu Billah and even the prophetic Those who guard against evil when a visitation from the devil afflicts them, and they become mindful, then lo they see, and their brethren increase them in error, then they cease not, and when thou bringest them not a sign, they say, why dost thou not demand it? Say, I follow only that which is revealed to me from my Lord, and these are clear proofs from your Lord, and a guidance and a mercy for a people who believe. And when Holy Qur'an is recited, and listen to it, and remain silent, that mercy may be shown to you, and remember thy Lord within thyself humbly and fearing, and in a voice not loud, in the morning and in the evening, and be not of the heedless. So, again, reminding us no extremism, and that includes the volume of our prayers, that we don't needlessly whisper or be silent in our contact prayers, and we don't need to sleep, and we're not loud to the harmful extent, and that includes the speakers. Thank you very much. And the prostration on the 7 points, the nose and the forehead, each hand, each knee, each feet, the toes probably pointing forward, but if you can't do that, facing Mecca. Surely those who are with thy Lord are not too proud to serve him, and they glorify him and prostrate themselves before him. Inna ladina inda rabbika la yastakbiruna an ibadati wa yusabbihunahu wa lahu yasjudun. Now, I thought I'd close with, in the last third between dusk and dawn, on the 2nd of Ramadan, my dream was as follows. There were many colorful spheres that did bounce. But, unlike balls, once they bounced, they never reached bottom again. And I guess it's pretty normal to feel a sinking into sleep. But, no particular feeling or sound was associated with the dream.